the return of a Canadian institution. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is back. Tell a friend. Sold out crowd shaking.
Ah, yes, March is here, shaking off the winter chill and bringing a fresh wave of energy. Once the kickoff month for Roman military campaigns, today it's a whirlwind of basketball madness, St. Patrick's Day parades, cherry blossoms, and the return of baseball. Of course, all that springtime excitement comes with a price. Seasonal allergies are gearing up for their annual comeback, so grab those antihistamines while you enjoy the extra daylight. As the seasons change, so does our focus on important conversations, like mental health. Yesterday, March 2nd, was World Teen Mental Wellness Day, a crucial reminder that mental health challenges often start early, with half of all disorders emerging before age 14. Created by Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation, this day encourages open discussions, fights stigma, and reassures teens that they're not alone. Sometimes, even the smallest act, like checking in on a friend, can make a world of difference. Believe me, I know. That same sense of support is extending to those who dedicate their lives to helping others. A new bipartisan bill in the U.S., the First Responders Wellness Act, is aiming to provide critical mental health resources for police officers, firefighters, and EMTs. Introduced by Senators Kirsten Gillibrand and Josh Hawley, the bill would establish a dedicated mental health hotline and increase access to counseling, particularly for those responding to major disasters. Given that first responders experience PTSD and depression at rates far higher than civilians, this initiative couldn't come at a better time. While structured support systems are vital, sometimes healing comes from unexpected places. At Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, artist Colleen Wall is proving that recovery isn't just about medicine, it's about mindset. After battling cancer herself, she found solace in painting. Now she's giving that same comfort to others by transforming hospital walls into breathtaking landscapes through her landscape murals. More than just art, these murals offer patients a window into a more peaceful world, giving them a mental escape when they need it most. Hear that, my fair lady? From painting hospital walls to painting Hollywood gold, creativity has the power to inspire and uplift. The 97th Academy Awards were filled with history-making moments, jaw-dropping victories, and plenty of laughs thanks to first-time host Conan O'Brien. Honora dominated with 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, while Sean Baker, he became the first person ever to win 4 Oscars for a single film. Mikey Madison and Adrian Brody took home acting awards. Zoe Saldana made history as the first American of Dominican descent to win Best Supporting Actress. And Kieran Culkin joked to his wife that, hey, remember I told you that if I win an Oscar, we're going to have a 4th child? Well, let's gear up because Culkin won for Best Supporting Actor. Meanwhile, Conan O'Brien, as I mentioned, he kept the audience entertained all night, making this one of the, well, for me anyway, most enjoyable Oscars in a while. Needed the escape after an eventful weekend, and while Hollywood celebrated cinematic excellence, the music world was making headlines of its own. The notorious B.I.G.'s legacy is about to get an even bigger boost, with Primary Wave reportedly closing in on a deal worth up to $150 million for his catalog and publicity rights. This would put Biggie's music, name, and even iconic lyrics alongside legends like Whitney Houston and Bob Marley. The timing is significant, just a week after the passing of his mother, Voletta Wallace, who spent years protecting his legacy. In a world where artists like Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, and Queen have secured massive catalog deals, Biggie's impact on hip-hop makes this one of the most valuable acquisitions yet. And I happen to be in Brooklyn over the weekend. I got to experience the Biggie experience firsthand. And while I was in town, I was also on the mic for Premier Boxing Champions pay-per-view at Barclays Center, where Gervonta Tank Davis suffered the first blemish on his record in a fight filled with controversy. Davis and amateur rival Lamont Roach Jr., they fought to a majority draw, and while none of us love a draw, this one came with plenty of drama. Davis didn't land his usual knockout, and at one point, he took a knee after a punch from Roach, a moment that should have been ruled a knockdown, the first knockdown of Tank's career. Instead, unbelievably, referee Steve Willis allowed Davis time to recover, citing irritation from a hair chemical in his eyes. Only in boxing, right? That one point could have made all the difference, potentially crowning Roach a simultaneous two-division champ. He's currently a belt holder at 130 pounds. Instead, both fighters left the ring with unfinished business, and a rematch seems inevitable. For Roach, he's going to be able to bring back even more bacon to his home because, millions of dollars at stake, as he was the first person to incur a blemish on Davis's record. Davis now 30-0 with the draw, but his four-fight knockout streak came to an end. And from where I sat, we should have been crowning a new lightweight champion. That point that was not awarded to Roach for scoring the knockdown, that proved to be the difference. On a much lighter note, let's talk food. March 3rd is National Canadian Bacon Day. Well, I guess I could have come up with a smooth segue. Talked about Roach bringing home even more bacon in the rematch. Well, we are now talking Canadian bacon. A perfect excuse to indulge in this savory treat. Not to be confused with regular bacon, or as Canadians, we like to call it streaky bacon. Canadian bacon is lean, delicious, and the star of many brunch plates. Just don't mix it up with U.S. Bacon Day. That's celebrated pretty much every other day of the year. History buffs also have a reason to celebrate today. Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, was born on this day in 1847. It's hard to imagine life before we could instantly connect across the globe, but fun fact, Bell himself once refused to have a telephone in his own office because he found it too distracting. The man invented the thing and still wasn't ready for constant notifications, something we can all relate to. Before we wrap things up, here is today's Morovation, courtesy of legendary college football coach Frosty Westering. He said, "We don't just have a great day, we make it a great day. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it. Whether that means tackling your goals, lifting someone up, or just deciding to see the best in the day ahead, the power is in your hands." And with that, thank you for tuning into the Maurologue. Please like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, go hold the door open for someone today. Stay strong, stay kind, and keep fighting the good fight.